This is how to get an electric vehicle under $30,000 in 2026. Even though the federal tax credits are completely gone, these strategies can still save you thousands on your next EV purchase. Let me tell you exactly what happened. On July 4th, 2025, President Trump signed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act into law. This single piece of legislation ended all federal EV purchase tax credits from the Inflation Reduction Act that were repealed 7 years ahead of schedule. The $7,500 credit for new EVs, the $4,000 credit for used EVs, and the commercial lease credits all disappeared on September 30th, 2025. But here's what most people miss. There are still major ways to save money on electric vehicles under $30,000. You just need to know where to look and how to stack the remaining incentives. First, let's talk about what you can actually buy for under $30,000. The landscape has shifted dramatically, and there are now exactly 2 new electric vehicles you can purchase under this price point. Unlike the Tesla Model 3, which now starts near $40,000, the 2026 Nissan LEAF starts at $29,990 for the S Plus trim. This isn't some stripped-down electric car. It delivers 303 miles of estimated range, which beats most people's daily driving needs. The LEAF comes with dual charge ports, including the new Tesla-style North American charging standard port for DC fast charging up to 150 kilowatts. What's wild is that this starting price is actually lower than the original 2011 LEAF, which cost $32,780 15 years ago. The second option is the returning 2027 Chevrolet Bolt, available early in 2026. The base LT model starts at $28,995, making it the cheapest new EV in America. GM brought this car back by popular demand after discontinuing the previous generation, now built on GM's new Ultium platform with LFP battery chemistry. The new Bolt delivers 255 miles of range and can charge from 10 to 80% in just 26 minutes using DC fast charging. It's also Chevrolet's first vehicle with a native Tesla charging port, giving you access to the largest charging network in the country. These are your 2 main choices, but the real savings come from understanding the new incentive landscape. Hit that like button and subscribe for more honest automotive insights based on actual data. Since federal purchase credits vanished, the action moved to state-level programs. Some of these state incentives are actually more generous than the federal credits ever were. Colorado leads the pack with the most comprehensive program. Starting November 3, 2025, their VXC rebate jumped from $6,000 to $9,000 for new EV purchases, available to income-qualified buyers, meaning those below 80% of area median income. This gets applied directly at the dealership, so you get instant savings. On top of that, Colorado still offers a state tax credit of $750 in 2026. Combined, you could save $9,750 on your EV purchase in Colorado alone. California has completely restructured their approach. While their main clean vehicle rebate project has closed, they've introduced targeted programs that can be even more valuable. The Driving Clean Assistance Program and Clean Cars 4 all can provide up to $14,000 in combined incentives for qualifying buyers. That's $12,000 toward the vehicle purchase, plus an additional $2,000 for home charging or public charging credits. Governor Newsom is also proposing a $200 million plan to revive broader state incentives. Illinois offers a straightforward $4,000 rebate for vehicles purchased through June 30, 2026. After that, the rebate drops to $2,000 through June 2027. The timeline matters here. If you're considering an EV purchase in Illinois, acting before summer ends could save you an extra $2,000. New Jersey combines a $4,000 point-of-sale rebate with a complete sales tax exemption through their Charge Up New Jersey program. Depending on the vehicle price, that sales tax exemption alone could save you over $2,000. Massachusetts offers up to $3,500 through their MOR EV program, with additional bonuses for income-qualified buyers. New York provides up to $2,000 through Drive Clean rebates. Oregon has rebates up to $7,500 through their Clean Vehicle Rebate Program. But there's a completely new federal incentive that most people don't know about: the car loan interest deduction from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. If you finance your EV purchase instead of paying cash, You can deduct up to $10,000 in loan interest annually through 2028. This is an above-the-line deduction, meaning it reduces your taxable income dollar for dollar. To qualify, the vehicle must be American-made and purchased brand new after December 31, 2024. Your modified adjusted gross income must be under $100,000 if you're single or $200,000 if you're married filing jointly. You'll claim the car loan interest deduction on Schedule 1A when filing your taxes. Note that this deduction does not apply to leases. To verify American assembly, you can check at nhtsa.gov VIN decoder before purchasing. Let's say you finance a $30,000 EV at 6% interest. In the first year, you'd pay roughly $1,800 in interest, all of which would be deductible. If you're in the 22% tax bracket, that saves you about $400 in federal taxes. Over the life of the loan, this deduction could save you thousands, especially in the early years when interest payments are highest. There's also one remaining federal credit that expires soon: the EV charger installation credit. You can get 30% of the cost of a home EV charger, up to $1,000, but only if you install it before June 30th, 2026. You'll claim this credit on Form 8936 when filing your taxes. This credit covers not just the charger itself, but certain installation costs too. Hit that like button and subscribe for more honest automotive insights based on actual data. The strategy for maximum savings becomes clear when you combine these programs. Let me walk you through a real example as of March 2026. Say you live in Colorado and want to buy the 2026 Nissan LEAF S Plus for $29,990. You'd get the $9,000 VXC rebate applied at the dealership, bringing your price down to $20,990. You'd also qualify for the $750 state tax credit. If you finance the remaining $20,990 and qualify for the loan interest deduction, you'll save additional money on your taxes each year. Install a home charger before June 30th, and you could get up to $1,000 back on that expense. Your total potential savings: $10,750 plus annual tax savings on the loan interest. You'd essentially be getting a brand new 303-mile range electric vehicle for around $19,000. Even in states with smaller incentives, the math can work in your favor. Take Illinois. The $4,000 state rebate plus the loan interest deduction could still make EV ownership very affordable. But timing matters more than ever. Several of these programs have expiration dates or reduced benefits coming up. Illinois drops to $2,000 after June 2026. The EV charger credit ends completely on June 30th, 2026. The loan interest deduction expires at the end of 2028. There's also the question of future vehicle availability. The 2027 Chevrolet Bolt is described as a limited-run model. GM is bringing it back temporarily, but they've made no commitments about continuing production beyond 2027. If you want the cheapest EV in America, early 2026 might be your only opportunity. The broader market is adapting to this new reality. Analysts predict a 72% drop in EV sales over the next decade without federal incentives, but manufacturers are responding. Nissan managed to price the 2026 LEAF lower than it was 15 years ago. Other manufacturers are working on even more affordable models. There's a bare-bones pickup truck called the Slate, coming with an expected starting price around $25,000. Kia is bringing their compact EV 3 SUV to the US in 2026 for around $35,000, offering over 300 miles of range. The landscape is also shifting toward focusing on total cost of ownership rather than just purchase price. Electric vehicles typically cost less to fuel and maintain than gas cars. The average EV costs about half as much to fuel as a gas car, and electric motors require virtually no maintenance compared to internal combustion engines. This is the new reality of EV shopping in 2026. Federal purchase incentives are gone, but strategic buyers can still save thousands through state programs, the new loan interest deduction, and careful timing. The key is understanding that the game has changed. It's no longer about federal tax credits. It's about stacking state incentives, taking advantage of the remaining federal programs while they last, and focusing on the total cost of ownership. If you're shopping for an electric vehicle under $30,000 in 2026, your best bet is to research your state's specific programs, Consider the loan interest deduction if you qualify and act quickly on time-sensitive incentives. The federal credits may be gone, but smart shoppers can still drive away with substantial savings. Hit that like button and subscribe for more honest automotive insights based on actual data.